Audi did something with this generation of S5 that quietly says a lot about where the brand thinks performance sedans are going. The two-door S5 is gone, the Sportback is gone, the S4 is gone. What you are looking at is the single car that replaces all of them. A five-door liftback that Audi still insists on calling a sedan, finished here in Daytona Gray Pearl, with one of the boldest interiors the company will sell you right now. Start with the shape, because the proportions are the first thing that land in person. The roofline drops into the tail in one continuous arc, and the full-width light bar stretches across the back above quad tailpipes that are real, not decorative. The 20-inch wheels fill the arches properly, and the rear diffuser and gloss black valance give it a planted, serious stance without shouting. This is a car that looks fast standing still, but it never tips into being aggressive for the sake of it. Then you open the door, and the conversation changes completely. This particular car is trimmed in a deep red leather that covers the seats, the door cards, and even the upper dashboard, set against the gray exterior. The S Sport seats are the highlight, with a diamond quilted pattern, embossed S badges in the backrests, and contrast stitching that runs the length of the bolsters. You sit in it and immediately understand that this is not a car trying to feel restrained. It feels expensive in a way that photos undersell. The technology is where the cabin makes its biggest statement. The digital stage runs an 11.9-inch driver display into a 14.5-inch central touchscreen. And on this car, a separate passenger display sits to the right, angled so the driver cannot see it. Red Alcantara runs across the dash and the tops of the door cards, and the Bang & Olufsen system even builds speakers into the seat headrests. If breakdowns like this help you decide what to actually go look at, subscribe so you catch the next one. There is one honest catch, and it is worth being straight about. Surrounding all of that red leather and Alcantara is a generous amount of piano black trim across the center console, and it shows fingerprints and fine scratches almost the moment you touch it. Audi has also leaned hard into haptic and touch controls where physical buttons used to be. The recovery is that the screens themselves are excellent, genuinely quick and clear, and Audi is already reintroducing physical scroll wheels on the steering wheel in newer cars, which tells you they heard the criticism. In the back, the news is mostly good. The longer wheelbase of this generation opens up real legroom, and two adults will sit comfortably behind two adults, which was not always true of the old car. The same red leather carries through with quilted outer seats and a folding center armrest. The one compromise is headroom, because that sloping roofline does cut into space for taller passengers in the outer seats. It is the price you pay for the silhouette, and most buyers will accept the trade. The practical advantage shows up at the back. Because this is a liftback and not a traditional trunk, the whole rear glass and panel lift together, and you get 22.6 cubic feet of space behind the rear seats. To put that in context, a BMW M440i Gran Coupe gives you 16.6. Fold the 40-20-40 rear seats, and the Audi opens up to 37.5 cubic feet. That is genuine crossover territory in a car shaped like a coupe. Underneath sits a 3-liter turbocharged V6, making 362 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, helped by a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It runs through a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox and quattro all-wheel drive, and it covers 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds on the way to a top speed of 155 miles per hour. The character here is effortless rather than savage, the kind of speed that makes long drives shrink. There is a dynamic mode that sharpens the throttle and firms up the available adaptive suspension, and a quattro system that now sends more torque to the rear, so it turns in with more willingness than the old all-wheel drive setup ever did. The exhaust is more muted than some rivals, but the way it gathers speed feels relentless and easy to use on a normal road. What the S5 really represents is a bet. Audi has folded an entire family of performance cars into one body, and it has chosen practicality and daily comfort over track-focused drama. Whether that is the right call depends on what you want from a fast Audi, but as a single answer to a complicated question, this one is hard to argue with. For watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.